Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, and Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie.
Peyton Place has, among other things, a long tradition of the sea and ships. And the Carsons have long been part of that tradition, ships suppliers. A trade handed down from father to son for generations, but now, with Eli and Elliot Carson, the tradition threatens to end.
Oh, Mr. Carson, a special delivery for you from your boy.
Thank you, Tom.
Welcome.
Dr. Rossi isn't expecting you.
Here, Mrs. Brooks?
He's with a patient.
Be long?
I don't think so. Can you wait?
I can wait.
Dr. Rossi told me about you renting him your cottage on the beach.
No use letting it stand empty.
Oh, I agree with you.
I hate to shut it up for the winter.
I don't blame you. Of course, the summer people,
They know.
they don't know at first.
They find out, and then they don't mind.
Why should they? That was a long time ago.
Well, Betty, why didn't you use your key?
I forgot it.
Well, come on in. Is something wrong?
Yes. Are you busy?
No, come on in the kitchen.
What's all this?
Oh, just putting down new shelf paper. One of those things you don't have much time for when you're working.
You like it, don't you, being a housewife?
Yes, I do. You will too, Betty.
Castle Harrington. Daddy forgot to tell me about that part, about living there.
Well, you knew about that without being told?
Did you know, Mother, why Daddy wanted you to quit your job?
Yes.
I didn't say that to hurt you. I guess Daddy does his best, even though his reasons may be strange. Well, you've got your new image, I've got mine. Do you believe his dress? If it were any more proper, they could bury me in it.
I approve.
You would. Daddy, too, especially Daddy.
It won't work, Betty.
My costume? Oh, I guess it takes more than Harrington clothes to make a Harrington.
That is not what I meant.
No?
No. It won't work blaming your father.
Oh, please don't say you warned me.
If only I could have stopped you.
No. I loved Rod. I would have done anything to get him. Now I've got him. Oh, he tries. He really tries. But every time he looks at me or touches me, I feel like he's touching some other girl, a girl he loved last summer. I want to be that girl again.
That girl never lied to him, Betty.
Elliot, just have this prescription filled and come see me day after tomorrow.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Mrs. Brooks will give you an appointment.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hello, Mr. Carson. Come right in.
Will 2:30 be all right?
Sit down, Mr. Carson.
Thank you.
I didn't expect you until tomorrow.
Wanted to talk to you about the cottage.
Well, it's a little late.
Could have told you my son's wife was murdered there.
I still would have wanted it.
I believe you would.
I like it there.
So did Elliot. I had a letter from him today. He's got another hearing coming soon. The parole board, he might be back.
And you think he might want to move into the cottage?
He might, though I never could tell what Elliot was going to do. Can't tell either about the parole board, but I thought I ought to let you know.
If he gets back.
You'll move out, I'm sure.
How can you be sure?
Read character pretty good, Doctor.
Do you think he'll come back here?
Elliot? Oh, yes, he said that he would. He wants to find the man who murdered his wife. That is, if it was a man.
If it was a man. Mr. Carson. Do you think your son was innocent?
They found him guilty.
His Yankee conscience was troubling him. Am I right?
Read character pretty good, Mrs. Brooks.
A Yankee trait.
Somehow I don't think of you as a Yankee.
Well, you hardly know me yet.
I thought I did.
No, Doctor. And I hardly know you. Dr. Morton seemed rather upset when he left here.
Didn't he?
You're very close-mouthed.
A Yankee trait.
If you're going to stay here long,
I intend to.
well, then I don't think it would be a good idea to antagonize Dr. Morton.
Play it cool.
Play it safe.
You don't read character pretty good, Mrs. Brooks.
Oh, yes, I do, Doctor. Better than you think. I think we'll be able to go to dinner with you. Yes, Daddy, as soon as Rodney comes home, I'll ask him. All right, call you back. Yes, Daddy, bye-bye.
I'll only be gone a couple of days.
I'd feel better if you were here, Robert.
Boston's just 2 hours away. How many times have you said to me, I've never had an attack like this, and by morning the attack was over? Now, take one of these and get some sleep.
I had such hopes for him, Robert. And to marry. To elope with that... Why? I'm not even sure he had to marry her. Leslie won't listen. Leslie never listens.
Catherine, you're just making yourself ill.
I am ill.
No, just upset. I'll see you as soon as I get back.
Dr. Morton. How's Mrs. Harrington?
She could be doing better. How are you, Betty?
I'm all right.
Rod?
Rod?
I really haven't had a chance to congratulate him yet. You know, Betty, I'm an old friend of the Harringtons, not just their doctor. I'm vitally concerned in their welfare.
Yes.
But as a doctor, they tell me more than they would a mere friend. Understand?
I think so.
Well, then you realize I know a great deal about you.
What's there to know, Dr. Morton?
Everyone believes you're going to have Rod's child. You were in the hospital after the accident. And hospitals do keep records. As chief of staff, I do check those records. I've seen yours, Betty.
Dr. Morton,
How long do you think it will take for this family to find out you've lost the baby?
Be with you in a minute. Rod, could we put a phonograph in here?
Okay.
We could listen to it together.
Uh-huh.
Rod, I said we could listen to it together.
What?
The phonograph.
I said we put one in.
Rod, I said we could listen to it together.
Well, that'd be the general idea. Please, now, I've got to study. Finish getting dressed, will you?
You don't care, do you?
About what? What should I care about? What are you talking about?
Fixing the room?
What's the matter with it?
Everything.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it's like a guest room.
Betty, it is a guest room.
It's supposed to be our home.
Okay, I'll get a sign, put it up to say the home of...
Rod, please.
Well, what do you expect?
That you'd pretend to show some enthusiasm about our home. Even if it is one room.
Okay. What improvements can we make? How about the drapes?
They're okay?
The carpet, how about the carpet?
No, I like it.
Pictures.
Well, maybe something less somber.
Okay, change the pictures. What else? What about the bedspread? Or the chair there? The desk, how's that?
I suppose.
Change the pictures, right you are. I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, Rod.
Did I forget something?
No.
Well?
Rod, I'm in this room. I'm a part of it. I'm your wife.
Betty, I keep telling you.
I know you have to study.
Well, I do.
When we come back, you'll have to study then, too?
I am behind in my work.
2 hours, 3 hours?
Stop it.
No, you stop it. Dropping your eyes when I come near.
They're waiting for us.
I'm waiting.
Oh, Betty.
Rod, be honest. Let yourself feel.
I can't. Not yet.
Because since we've moved into this house, you've never...
That's enough.
Rod.
Now, you just cut it right there. I'll be downstairs.
Oh, Rod, please.
I'm sorry.
Rod. Rod.
Hello, cousin.
Oh, don't you be cute with me. I'm very angry with you.
Oh, what'd I do now?
Making your bride a recluse. When can you bring her to dinner?
Well, I'm not sure.
What about tomorrow?
Well, tonight we're having dinner with Betty's folks, and tomorrow I have to study.
Later in the week? Say yes, Rod. Betty, will you twist his arm for me?
Would you like to go?
Very much.
Okay, cousin, you got yourself a deal.
Good.
Good night.
Good night, dear. Good night, Betty. Good night.
Rod. Are you leaving now? Do you need any money?
Oh, no thanks, Dad. I have plenty. Well, good night.
Laura, can I buy you a drink?
If I pour. Well, how is she?
Catherine,
The same.
I'm Aunt Betty.
And it's working out.
And Rod,
Just as I want him to be.
which means like you.
Of course, like me. Every father wants a son in his own image.
No one ever offered you money
That's different.
or made things easy for you.
That was another time, Laura. Another Leslie Harrington. I've changed.
Have you?
Yeah.
Mean you're no longer the fighter? The climber?
I'm still a competitive businessman, if that's what you mean.
But now you have the velvet touch.
Is that wrong?
At least the old Leslie was honest. Out in the open about things.
The old Leslie, as you put it, would never be pouring drinks in a house like this for a sister who wouldn't know how to conduct herself in this house if it hadn't been for her finishing school preparation, bought and paid for by the new Leslie Harrington.
The old Harrington one, too.
I beg your pardon.
One, you point out that I'm in your home, which makes me beholden to you. Two, you review everything you've done for me, which makes me more beholden to you.
That doesn't make sense.
The 1-2 gives you the upper hand, doesn't it, Leslie?
Why should I want the upper hand?
To prevent me telling you to go easy on Betty.
Now, really, Laura.
Remember how you felt. How you, as an outsider, felt when first these hallowed halls embraced you.
I did the embracing. I earned the right to be here.
And Betty hasn't.
Let me freshen your drink.
I'm sorry, Leslie.
For whom?
You. I really am sorry for you.
Laura, you don't really like me, do you?
I'll have another drink, please.
Fine.
Why are you smiling?
Nothing.
Leslie.
You know, it just occurred to me. Not many people really like me at all. As a matter of fact, I can't think of one. But it doesn't bother me one bit. Yes, Christine?
Come quickly.
Excuse me.
It's Mrs. Harrington. Come quickly, please.
Oh, that's perfect.
Neat.
You could get a job as a waiter.
I had one.
Oh, you never told me.
Well, we didn't tell each other a lot of things. For instance, that I worked my way through medical school, waiting on tables.
I thought you were an orderly.
Mm-mm. That was in pre-med. You like it?
You must have been a bartender, too.
Yeah, that was my New York bachelor experience. Did you know that a bachelor was a young male fur-bearing seal that was kept out of the breeding grounds by the old seals?
You don't seem the type. It was a good life, though, wasn't it, Mike?
The young fur-bearing seals?
No. In New York, it's a bachelor.
Well, it seemed pointless sometimes.
What do you want, Mike?
All this?
You had this in New York.
Not quite.
You had good practice.
I had a successful practice.
Now you're doing it.
What?
Being evasive. I thought that was my department.
Well, these things take time, don't they, Connie?
Yes, they do.
How do you like this place?
I like it.
So do I.
Why do you like it, Mike?
I don't know. I guess it's because I grew up in a big family. We were always tumbling over each other. We were very close about everything. Even close to our neighbors. There was a thin wall. I suppose that's why I like it here. Be alone at the beach.
It's cold and bleak in the winter.
Yeah, but it's warm in here.
Mike.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Do
you like it here now?
Why do you say now?
You were a little nervous last night.
Oh, that was last night.
And now, tonight?
Tonight I feel more
At home?
at ease. Oh, I'm lying, Mike. I'm not at ease. I'm not more at ease.
With me?
With you, here.
Why? Because a woman was murdered here?
I can't help it.
That was more than 18 years ago.
I know.
Why did he kill her?
I don't know. I was in New York at the time. I know I'm acting foolish.
Well, it probably doesn't make any difference.
Why do you say that?
I may have to give this place up.
Why?
Eli Carson came by the office today. He told me that his son was going up in front of the parole board soon.
Oh? He'd come back here?
Well, he might. His father said he was unpredictable. What was he like?
Who?
Elliot Carson.
I don't remember him very well. Well, why don't we go someplace for dinner?
All right. Where?
Well, I know a wonderful little place on the road to Boston. I think you'd like it.
All right.
Mike, please.
You're trembling.
I have to tell you something.
About yourself?
Yes.
And Allison?
Yes. About me and Allison.
The photograph on the mantel. The photograph of Allison's father.
It's just a photograph. A photograph. It was in a window. I don't even know who it is.
Connie. It's all right now. I'd better get there. If I wasn't a doctor, I could let it ring. Hello? Oh, hello, Laura. Where's Dr. Morton? Oh, I see. Yes, well, I suppose you're right. I think I should see her. Huh? Well, I'll be in as soon as I can. All right. Catherine, Harrington's ill. I'll drop you off on the way.
I wonder why the telephone rang.
Because I'm a doctor? And a doctor's phone rings at all hours? Slide into this. That's the only reason. Just that, nothing else.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
What happened?
I took my mother to the hospital.
You want this? You would feel safe if I...
What do you mean it isn't working out?
Dr. Morton knows. He had a little chat with me this afternoon.